Hello everyone, my name is Jeff, and this is the Zombie Land Saga episode 12, the final episode review. With me as
Hopefully
always...
not final.
Well, final episode for this season at least. With me as always are Coby and Torie. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hello, thanks for having us, Jeff.
Yeah.
As always.
Yeah, we've played this joke before, I think.
Yeah, it's a little rerun-ish.
We run
Yeah.
out of ways to make this joke.
We have. We've hit our peak already.
I think we ran out of ways the very first time.
That was it. That was the only one we got. So yeah, we are here for the final episode. I think we should just jump right into it. I think there's a lot to discuss.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So following up the tail of the last episode, Sakura is still in a bit of a depressed state. She still lacks a bit of confidence in herself, and doesn't know if she's really down with the idea of performing with the rest of Franchouchou because of her immense bad luck. Nonetheless, we start off the episode in the basement, which is how all good episodes start, I guess. And Kotaro's doing his Kotaro thing. Not really any new hijinks this time, keeping it pure. And Sakura is now pretty much done with his shit, as much as I am. Nah, just kidding.
You should never be tired of Kataro's shit.
He's
great.
okay. I've grown to like accept that, I guess.
He's like a bell curve, but like a reverse bell curve, where it's like he starts off great, and then you get tired of him, and then he eventually comes back around.
A reverse bell curve is still a bell curve,
Did
Coby.
you say he starts out great?
like an upside down bell curve, like one that starts at a peak and then hits a bottom and then comes back up again.
I was thinking of like left to right.
Flip it vertically, not horizontally.
Okay, so so Sakura is even though she's not really down with the idea of performing, she's still going to all the practices with the other girls. But she's kind of off on the sideline, just sort of watching them perform. And the days are drawing closer to the live performance at the Arpino. And in between these practice sessions, you could see Tai Yamada, actually, of all people, trying to remind Sakura of their time together in Franchouchou. She does like the little chicken dance that she did for the
chicken outfit.
Yeah, she does the cuckoo that she did. She's famous for, and the Drive Torie commercial. And then she also just kind of holds up a magazine of like I think it was like their debut concert at the I forgot what it was called, but it was like one of those big concerts.
Yeah,
I think it was the one where they're like
Saga Rock or something.
Yeah, Saga Rock. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and everyone notices that she's not really down for it, but Tai Yamada does not give up on Sakura. Sakura kind of holds herself up in a room, as these girls tend to do when they are distraught. And Tai Yamada takes it upon herself to take action. And so she approaches the door, and everyone else in Franchouchou decides to watch as she essentially becomes a Super Saiyan zombie and busts through the ceiling window or something like that and drags Sakura into their practice room like a dog dragging a chew toy or something.
Two things about this. One, I think it was a brilliant callback joke to when, because Tai Yamada was trying to bang through the door, and then Junko was like, "Oh, when I had to rebuild it, I reinforced it." Like that was like a great callback moment to when Kotaro made her rebuild that door because Kotaro busted down.
Yeah.
So I thought that was great. And then I was wondering, do you guys think? I thought she was going to this was Tai Yamada waking up. I thought she was fully going to be a realized person after this. But no, she just went full zombie.
Yeah, I thought so too. Because there was that moment where you see little droplets of water dropping from her face, and then one of the girls is like, "Oh, is she crying?" And then like you see more and more water start dripping, like pooling onto the floor. They're like, "Oh no, that's drool."
That's drool.
And she just becomes this rabid animal.
That's a great way to play with the audience expectations, because I'm sure they knew that we would think that she would wake up in this moment. And it's like, nope, double down on zombie.
I know. I mean, I don't think it would be appropriate for her to wake up at that moment anyway, because then you would have two conflicting storylines to deal with.
That's true.
So I think it was, but they did get me. I was got.
Yeah. It was wise of them to kind of save that for what appears to be another season. There are lots of secrets that have yet to be revealed, and I think we'll discuss that at the end of this discussion. Anyways, Sakura is dragged into the practice room where the other girls decide to congregate, and Tai Yamada tries one more time to remind Sakura of what she meant to the group by kind of emulating these simple moves that Sakura was teaching her in the past. There's like a little flashback where Sakura is encouraging Tai to do like these little simple movements, and Sakura is being very encouraging and positive about it. And when Tai Yamada nails it, she goes, "Yay, nice job, Tai!" And Tai Yamada is very touched by that, and so she kind of calls back to that and tries to remind her of that. And also, quick question though, did that actually happen in the show? I don't remember.
No, I don't think so. I think that was a flashback.
But it was implied because you had to figure out like how the hell did Tai Yamada like learn these dances, and it had to have been from Sakura.
And it totally makes sense that Sakura was the one who taught her the most.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And this basically inspires the other girls to just be like, yeah, you've always meant so much to this group. Let's all work together like Tai Yamada and remind Sakura of how much she means to the group. And it cuts to Sakura, and she's got like this kind of, I don't know, angst-ridden face, kind of like this dejected look of like rejection, essentially. Whatever they're going to throw at her, she was not going to take any of it. And she says so herself. She's like, one thing I don't understand is how you guys are all hyped up about something I don't even remember.
Yeah. Brilliant. Just shout out to the show's editing, because I mean, like, there was another moment that just landed because of the masterful editing and quick cut to just hear everyone on the inspiring music of all them saying like, "Yeah, we got this," and then it's like not inspiring the one person it needed to inspire. Yeah. Just like, it's idiotic. Like, I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, I mean, editing and animation, like that face is just it.
And then
it says it's 1,000 words.
And then the next scene after is pretty well animated too, where Yugiri comes in and smacks her in the face.
Yes.
Oh, an epic slap. There's been a lot of slaps throughout
Yugiri slaps
this season. Yeah, Yugiri slaps a lot of people, and I think they've all been leading up to this epic slap. This is the best one.
Yeah, a real forceful one. So yeah, Yugiri slaps her, and now Franchouchou, the rest of Franchouchou are on the offensive. They start hitting her with the real meaty stuff, Yugiri reminds Sakura, she basically says a line of like, if the alternative is performing without you, then we'd rather perform with you and fail. Mm-hmm. And, it's really solidifying that sense of unity that Franchouchou has come to develop.
Yeah, and also that she's implying that the group wouldn't be there unless Sakura was there to form it in the beginning. So they're not going to abandon her because she is Franchouchou.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sakura's like, "Oh, this is kind of selfish of you," and Yugiri's like, "Yeah, it is, because you're going to perform with us, because it's what we want, and you're going to do it."
Yeah.
Yugiri, MVP.
I mean, I love that little moment that Sakura says. She's like, "Of all the selfish," and also that look on her face too. I just love the emotion that's coming from Sakura. We've never seen this kind of this edge to her.
It is,
and it's refreshing.
It's nice to see her actually have something to go for.
Yeah, she's not it's just a good heel turn from where she's always like this positive, bubbly, kind of stereotypical protagonist, and yeah, I like seeing a bit of that edge, I guess. And then I hits her with the line that inspired Sakura originally to become an idol, which is like, I don't believe mistakes or failures are a bad thing. They help me get to the best version of who I am, or something like that. Mm-hmm. And she also notes that, we're all dead. We're all zombies. We're all unlucky.
Yeah, we all died. Horribly, might I add.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, they with the combined efforts of the group, they essentially convince Sakura to actually perform with them. But Sakura still has her doubts. She still knows something bad is going to happen. And sure enough, on the day of their performance, one of the, I guess, largest recorded snowstorms in Saga history hits that day of their performance. And, Sakura's like, I knew something like this was going to happen, but the rest of the group is just committed to giving the best performance of their lives. And good thing, because all their fans that they've accumulated throughout this past season have showed up. You've got those punk rock dudes from the very beginning.
They're the OGs.
They're the OGs. They're their greatest fans. They've been there for every show.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You've got the new generation of the biker gang that Saki was a part of, and her friend. You've got the dad of Lily. Mm-hmm. He's there. You've got the reporter who recognizes these girls for some unknown reason, but he's there. reporter slash photographer, I guess.
You got the 2 new fans that were introduced that tell Sakura directly, like, "Oh, we love you. We love every time you sing. It's love you singing and dancing."
Yeah. They're introduced just this episode.
And you have all the old people.
Yeah, the old people.
The old squad. Which I guess the large percentage of Saga is old people, I guess.
I like how like they're not even wearing like normal clothes. Like they're all like wearing the same old ugly clothes from the studio that they were at.
Oh yeah.
And there's I think the spokesperson for the hot pad is there, along with I don't know if the Chicken Torie guy is there, but I know I saw that note that said like, "Oh, congratulations, Franchouchou from Chicken Torie."
I didn't notice that.
It was nice. It was just a really cool moment to see everything, all the accumulation of all the episodes we've seen before come together and to show the effect that Franchouchou has. I mean, it was a nice moment.
It was very nice. And I think the other thing to point out is that even though Sakura doesn't remember it, all of their concerts have pretty much been bad luck, like very unlucky. Like
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Tai attacked in the very first, like she jumped off the stage and attacked somebody in their first show, and they got struck by lightning and like all this nonsense. So it's
great to turn the meaning of the show into not like, oh yeah, sure, bad luck happens to you, but it's not about avoiding bad luck. It's about how you deal with bad luck, because all the times they've been struck with these horrible instances, they always find a way to twist it around and turn it into something good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as for the performance itself, it reverts back to that 3D animation, which I personally do not like, and basically shoots the theory out the window that this was some kind of symbolic meaning, that, you know, they were not coordinated before as a group, but now they are, and, you know, the 3D animation should have gone away and should have gone through a more smoother 2D animation like we've seen in the past. So yeah, no, I think the 3D animation is purely a budgetary thing. I think it was probably
you know
cheap.
what? I will say this time I've been on board with you throughout like all of this about how it looks bad. This time it sold me. I was on its side.
Okay.
I agree with you, Coby, for once.
I thought it was pretty epic.
Yeah, I mean, I will say when they shoot them all together, sometimes it kind of seems a little robotic, just slightly. But when they have their individual shots with the 3D animation, it's not bad. It did not like make my eyes cringe or cringe at all. My eyes were like, ugh. No, this time I didn't mind it at all. It was good.
I still don't like it personally. I wish they would stick with the 2D style, but I will say it didn't distract me like it did in the past, and I think it was more to do with the actual moment itself. Like, this is the finale of this season. There's a lot of emotion riding on this performance, and there was a lot of stakes involved, and that kind of distracted me, I think, from the bad animation. And I think also the songs that they performed at this concert were probably overall better than the ones that they did in the past.
Yeah. These are my top like 3 songs. I love these. I love this whole finale. I like this whole episode. I thought was solid.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, they are performing their hearts out, and sure enough, the bad luck happens. Snow that is accumulated on the roof of this concert starts tearing down the whole venue essentially, and what looks to be like the director or something of this concert is like, cut it off. But Kotaro puts his hand on him and is like, no, let them keep going. Which, you know, my first reaction is, well, that's kind of, I feel like that's illegal, isn't it? Like, must be some kind of construction code or some legality where, you know, like...
Yeah, safety issue.
Safety, yeah. Someone in the audience is definitely going to get injured, potentially.
The whole building is falling down.
Mm-hmm. But I guess...
the guy goes with it?
Yeah, he's just like, sure, okay.
Kotaro didn't even have to do his patented touch on the face and be like, let them do it.
No, well, I mean, earlier, before the concert, too, the technicians and the director, they're all on board with Franchouchou performing at this concert venue anyways, because they were like, man, we haven't had a concert like this since Iron Frill, you know, and they're pretty much really excited for them. So they're on their side. Yeah, they probably would have kept it going with just a little nudge.
Maybe.
I mean, like, it's unlucky that, you know, the concert venue was falling apart, but it was also kind of lucky that it wasn't falling apart around the audience. It seemed like all the destruction happened purely around Franchouchou.
Yeah, I mean, some would say it was a little, like, you know, put there for a reason. You know, the animators did that on purpose, you know.
Or Kotaru, because there was a moment where he stared at the storm before, knew exactly where the storm was going to be, and designed the arena around it to specifically collapse there because Kotaru is a genius.
No, I'm gonna go with Franchouchou. Like the bad luck centers around them specifically, so it's like they have like an aura. You know what I mean? Like no one else around them gets hurt. Well, sometimes, most of the time, no one else around them gets injured except for them. Speaking of Kotaru, though, I totally missed a key, I think, moment leading up to this concert. So before the night of the concert, you see Kotaru looking off into the distance wistfully, and the flashback happens where you see sort of a partial, you see like half of like the face of young Kotaru, what appears to be, and he has like this album in his hand. It looks like a pop idol album, and I don't remember the name. It's like Fantastic Lovers or something like
Fantastic.
that. But yeah, it looks to be like some pop idol group, and Sakura is part of this flashback somehow, and she's like saying, what does she say? She says, "Nice job, Inui," or something like that.
Thank you, Inui,
yeah.
Inuichu or something.
So Kotaro's, did we know his first name? I don't know.
No, we did not.
But she called him Inui, so that could be his first name. Maybe Kotaru has a fake name. I don't know. But it confirms that there must have been some kind of special connection between him and Sakura. And that looks to be high school days. That was kind of like high school age Sakura in that flashback.
Yeah,
so
before she got hit by a car.
Yeah, so Kotaru must have known her when she was alive. And that's kind of cool. What do you guys think about that?
I think you guys called it like early on. I think Torie, you came up with the theory that maybe they knew each other in a past episode, and you were right on the money. They did.
I know, and the sunglasses are what give it away, because at the end he actually takes off his sunglasses, but we don't see it. So it means that whenever he is comfortable to reveal himself, the glasses will come off, and all of the mysteries will be unfolded.
That's it. We just gotta wait for those glasses.
That's true, because if Sakura, if all her memories have returned, then I
thought there'd be a moment, because at the end, later on when they do the show, there's at least a moment where they could have talked, but then he ushers them back on stage like later. And I thought she would have stayed behind and said something, which she never did. So I don't think she recognizes him yet. I think this is a brand new.
He is older.
Yeah, he's older. He's different. He's not. He's wearing sunglasses. Because sometimes, have you ever seen somebody and then seen the same person with sunglasses on? Sometimes they don't look alike. Yeah. or like
I have seen that.
That is partially the current.
Yeah, or like the opposite. If someone only wears sunglasses, they take them off. Like, that's weird. I'm just saying.
The other thing too is it's potentially. They might have known each other, but they might not have known each other like that well. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of getting the vibe of like maybe they were in like a pop idol club or something like that, and maybe Sakura was like the president and she was just the president encouraging a general member or something like that,
Yeah, she had shows it's just like the things that you do in life can affect people that you have even no idea how. Like, it could have been a tiny act of kindness that Sakura never thought twice about, but it shaped Kotaru and really saved him and brought him up into the Kotaru that we know. Crazy and insane.
Yeah.
Well, do you think that CD that he was holding, do you think that's part of him, or how do you think that's relevant to his story?
I think to me, I see it as he was a real sad dude. We're going to get a flashback where he was depressed in life. He didn't know what to do with it. He needed something to pull him out of a funk. Sakura comes around, introduces him to this idol group. And then all of a sudden he loves idols and he sees that it saved him, which therefore means, that's why he wants to use an idol group to save Saga, because it's like, that's what saved him when he was at his most depressing, and he understands the power that an idol group can hold.
Okay.
Yep, fair enough. I think that seems pretty plausible to me.
My guess is that he's a music teacher, and and he was the one that convinced Sakura, like ever so slightly, to go for idol grouping.
Well,
and he sponsored her to go for her application.
She called him. I'm pretty sure he called him Inui-kun, and you don't. That's like a.
Did she call him kun?
I think so.
No.
What did she call him then? Just Inui? I don't think.
I thought it was Chan. No. I don't know.
Well, it wasn't San in any case. It wasn't like she wasn't giving him the honorific of like an elder, So I don't think he was older than her in that flashback.
You don't think so?
Not teacher age, at least.
Yeah, not teacher age. I agree with Jeff.
Okay.
Anyway, all right. So theories aside, they know each other in a past life.
Oh wait, what if they were like dating? Wouldn't that be weird?
Whoa, that would be kind of weird.
I guess we'll see.
I don't know.
Sakura didn't have time to date, remember? Because she
sacrificed
over
everything.
her whole life over middle school.
No, but that was for her.
Oh yeah, that was in high school. That was her high school entrance exam.
Yeah, high school entrance exam. So that was a couple of years before when she applied to be in this idol group. I'm assuming. So that's my next theory, that they were dating. But that's a gross theory that I don't want to come true.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. Anyways, so Franchouchou, back to the performance. They are performing their hearts out, and the concert venue is literally collapsing around them to the point where they are essentially, like, the stage falls out from underneath them, and they are lying amongst the rubble, and Sakura is on face down and regretting ever doing this, knowing that something like this would happen. And then from the ashes, her fellow Franchouchou mates all get up and they continue doing the song. And then Kotaro from the stand starts doing a slow clap. And at first I thought it was like he was trying to start a clap, like an actual applause. You know, that slow clap that usually kicks off a roaring applause. But no, I think his clap was actually kind of like the metronome or something.
Yeah, it was like a beat. Yeah.
And that kind of stirs the emotions of the audience, and they all start clapping. And then Sakura delivers her line of the song and belts it all out, starting off the rest of the concert. And so, they pull off a really great performance. Sakura regains all of her memories from the past season of being in Franchouchou, which is a great way to wrap everything up. And there was a lot of emotional punch in this performance. And
start to finish, I was pumped. I loved it. I'm easily hyped, if you cannot tell, and this hyped me.
I think we need that.
Yes. yes, we do. But it was a great episode. I mean, it just, I think the way they structured the season was just really great. I mean, there was that kind of portion of the season, I think it was like 2 or 3 episodes long, where I was kind of having doubts about this show. But really every episode in this season had a point, I think. There's a lot of build up, and it was all leading up to this moment of Sakura regaining her memories and then regaining her memories again, but this time like for her time spent with Franchouchou. And it was just a really great send off to a show that I like a lot.
Yeah, I was thinking about the structure too. Like this, I think a lazy show would have easily had this arc of Sakura like not wanting to be an idol and like knowing how to, having all of her memories right at the beginning. Like they would have had this arc play throughout for like multiple episodes. But by having the structure of having her not have any memories, struggling to find out who she is, and when she does remember them, she's a person who's afraid of being an idol. That was, I just thought, a really clever bit of writing and a great way to just have a season of television that makes it engaging and fun and creates an atmosphere where we're like theorizing all the time about her past, the meaning of it, and everything about that. So kudos to the show.
Yeah, I agree. What I was thinking is that even this last episode, we kind of knew what was going to happen. That Sakura would either regain her memories or regain her confidence. They would put on the show, something bad would happen. But they would get through it, and then they would pull off a great show. We predicted that last podcast or last recording. Yeah. But I think what makes it good is that how they executed it. Like the lines, the interactions with the characters, the great animation, just all these different points at different times. So the comedy, it all makes for a good show. Even if you could predict what's going to happen or what's going on, at least theorize. As long as the delivery is good, I think it makes out for a good show. So in the end, I think Zombieland was pretty good for me. I did have my doubts as well, but it delivered.
Yeah, the show does a really good job of placing these, these hooks in front of you. Like, ooh, what's the deal with Sakura's past? And who's this reporter guy? And, what's the deal with any of these girls' past, really? But I I still have confidence in the show because they actually have answers to these questions.
Yeah.
I think there are some shows out there and some movies even that will dangle mysteries in front of you, and they don't even really know what the fuck's going to be at the end of the road.
We'll figure it out later.
I'm looking at you, J.J. Abrams, in particular. That's right, I'm calling him out.
He has a plan.
No. Yeah, no. Okay, well, that's another discussion. Anyways, this show has mysteries that are fun to theorize about and fun to ponder, and they're actually good answers. I think pretty satisfying answers. Sometimes answers that we don't expect, but make sense still. Like I never really expected Sakura to be that way in her past. Like it was not on my list of theories that in the past Sakura had terribly bad luck and now she's a sour apple because of it. I would never have predicted that, but it made for a really compelling story and a satisfying conclusion to this season. And I'm excited to see what the rest of the mystery hooks are going to lead us to, such as what's up with this reporter photographer guy?
The last hook of the season.
Yeah, what is the relationship between Kotaro and Sakura? Who is that bartender guy?
Yeah, and there was that idol group that wasn't Iron Frill, was it?
I thought it was Iron Frill. That's what
was it Iron Frill?
I thought so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So they're watching. It looks like a live stream or like a video of this concert, and I don't know. What did you guys make of that reaction? I was thinking like maybe they recognize because I used to be a member of Iron Frill, or do you think they were just watching it in awe?
I think they were watching it in awe.
Yeah, because they looked very surprised. But yeah, I guess
I don't know
if
that was because I know this is like a really. I doubt that. I don't know if they're gonna go this way, but it's like what the show really needs is a villain, or like not needs a villain, but like an interesting plot development could be the establishment of a villain. And usually in seasons like this, like especially in anime seasons, at the end of the season, they'll have a quick flash of like who's going to be pitted against the heroes, and like at the end of the season. So I thought that was the introduction of a rival
idol group.
A rival idol group. But if that's Iron Frill, then I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember exactly what Iron Frill's outfit looks like, so it could be just another idol group. I don't know.
I remember their outfit as just being like red, and they were
That's-
all wearing
was
red.
Yeah,
so,
so if I had to guess, it was Iron Frill.
yeah. And they could be the antagonist, but I think the show is just fine as it is without a villain. I think the drawing, the thing that makes me come back to the show every week are the mysteries and also the characters.
And I think we're gonna get a Yugiri episode.
Yeah, and right, that's the other thing. We don't really know much about Yugiri's past. So yeah, as long as they as long as they're consistently good with those aspects, then I'm fine with the show. And I'm very looking forward to the next season.
Yeah, and I'm so glad we chose this as our seasonal anime.
Yeah.
Imagine if we chose like a really shitty one. Oh man, we would have missed out.
Yeah,
and we would have watched a shitty anime.
That would have been bad. It was like between this and Goblin Slayer, but I heard Goblin Slayer is worth talking about in its own right, even though I haven't watched it yet. But I'm glad we chose this one because this one was funny. It was clever, an interesting concept, and just really good characters at the center of it.
Yeah, highly recommend. So is there anything else you guys want to add?
I just wanted to touch point in the very last scene where we see the reporters again and he's looking at all the pictures. Do you guys think that he recognizes that all these girls are dead?
Yeah, I think because I know before we theorized like, maybe he knows Ai Junko, or maybe he recognizes just Sakura himself. But I don't think that's his role. He doesn't have a personal connection with them. He just knows these ones, and he's going to be the one to kind of piece together that all these girls were dead before and everything like that. So I don't think he has a personal connection with everybody, but he's the one who's going to figure out that they were all zombies.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, like he's a photographer, so like
Or a
he's
reporter.
Yeah, I mean, he knows the town of Saga, and he knows, it looks like he's kind of a middle-aged dude, so he's been in the business for who knows how long, and so I think, yeah, he just recognizes these faces from all his time reporting / photographing.
Yeah.
I wonder how that's going to affect next season. Like, is he going to be like, he could be the villain, like going out, like, reporting on them that they're all zombies or something like that, or... I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, he seems like a good guy to me.
Well, I mean, in his intention, it's good.
In his intention, he's like, zombies are now here. We should be afraid. That's a normal reaction.
Yeah, Yeah, he'll read the like police reports from that police officer that always finds zombies out and about. And
He
then,
just becomes a total sleuth, something like a detective.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, all right. Do one of you want to sign us off for our last seasonal anime?
Hey, Torie, how about you do it?
All right. So thank you for listening to the season finale episode of Zombie Land Saga. If you want to check out any of our other stuff, just go to Nerd Blaze on YouTube. You can listen to our anime ricochets, which is two dudes that don't do sports but talk about sports. If you're interested in that, or you can just listen to our other podcasts and other like shows we review as well. So yeah, like, subscribe, hand us any content or comments. We love to hear from you. Let us know how silly we are, or you can even like point out our theories and add anything to them. We'd love to hear it. So yeah, let us know your thoughts, and thank you for listening.
Hey, nice job.
Perfect.
Pretty good.
Thanks.
Okay, yeah.
Zombie!
Thanks for listening. See ya.
Bye.